Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. You know, when it comes to college football, there's always been that debate. Is it Jimmy's and Joe's or is it X's and O's? Some people think if you go out and you recruit a bunch of blue chip prospects, it doesn't matter who's calling the plays. It doesn't matter how you develop talent. You're going to go out and win games. Other people on the flip side say, hey, I think you can take a 3-star with a 5-star heart. You guys remember 5-star heart? You go out and you develop them and you coach them up, you scheme them up, and you got an opportunity to go win football games. Personally, I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. I mean, look at Butch Jones. Look at all the NFL talent Butch Jones had, and he was close. I mean, he beat Georgia, he beat Florida, but then he turned around and lost to South Carolina and Vanderbilt. I think he was a used car salesman. I think he was promising things he couldn't deliver. But then on the flip side, look at Josh Heupel. I think Josh Heupel is an offensive mastermind. I think what he does between the lines is very impressive. I think he gets more out of less. I think he's a developer of talent. I think he has rebuilt the culture at the University of Tennessee. But some people may question, can Josh Heupel recruit at an elite level? And it starts with winning big boy battles, right? You got to beat the Clemsons, the Ohio States, the Alabamas, and more specifically, Georgia. I told you guys some dominoes were going to start to fall in July, and we've seen it. We saw Travis Smith, a 4-star wide receiver. That was a big-time win over Georgia. And I don't care what their fans say. I don't care what some of the comments are, what Twitter says. Georgia wanted Travis Smith, and Tennessee went and won that big boy battle. Now, coming up on Saturday, we're less than 24 hours away from the commitment of 4-star linebacker Christian Gass. Guess what? Georgia wants Christian Gass. I was actually reading an article over at 247 Sports. Benjamin Woke, he is a Georgia writer over there, says that Christian Gass will make his decision between Georgia, Tennessee, and USC. He goes on to say, as it reaches the final hours, this has become more of a Georgia-Tennessee battle than anything. He says, like I wrote in a previous article, if the decision had been made a week ago, Tennessee was likely the choice. Roughly 24 hours out from the decision, the Volunteers are still likely the favorite. He goes on to say Gass will decide at 1 p.m. on Saturday. He is someone I would fully expect Georgia to continue to recruit heavily until signing day. So I don't think that sounds like Christian Gass is a pass. I think that's somebody that Georgia is pushing all in on. And again, Tennessee's got to win these big battles against Georgia. Is Christian Gass another win for Tennessee? Who's next? Shady Hayward on July the 27th. Tennessee, Georgia. Is that another win for Tennessee over the Bulldogs? You've also got Juan Gaston coming up on August the 2nd. David Sanders on August the 17th. Are those wins for Tennessee over Georgia? And then also we've mentioned Jaden Perlotti is on Flip Watch. But I want to talk about Christian Gass because Christian Gass coming off the board tomorrow. We're going live at 12:15 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to cover that commitment live on air. Make sure you're dialed in, tuned in right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. We will take you all the way up to that decision. But this popped out on Twitter earlier today from On3 Recruits. Director of Recruiting Chad Simmons has logged an expert prediction for Tennessee to land 4-star linebacker Christian Gass. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about this prediction. We're going to see what the other insiders say, but you guys know the deal by now. I need that YouTube stuff. Help me out, man. Hit that thumbs up. It's quick, free, and easy, and it helps the channel. If you're new here, if it's your first time watching the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We do what fans do. We react, whether that be to the news or speculate on rumors on message boards. We react the way fans react because this channel is for the fans. By the fans. If you like it, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video again. Live tomorrow for the live commitment of Christian Gass. We're going to be live on Sunday. Mark the calendar. Breaking news. Shady Hayward is going to be back on the Talkin VAWLS Network Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to hammer him. We're going to ask him, Shady, what's the move? Because he is a week away from his commitment. He said he wanted to come back on the Talkin VAWLS Network one last time and hang out with you guys. We'll see what Shady has to say about his recruitment. But also, we're right around the corner from football season, man. We do live post-game shows, tailgate shows, Wednesday shows, morning shows, all kinds of fun content right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. But let's talk about Christian Gass, again, a 4-star linebacker out of Covington, Georgia. That's what makes it even bigger, right? Tennessee went into Georgia and they grabbed Travis Smith. Tennessee went into Georgia and they're getting Christian Gass. They're leading for Christian Gass. Look at the RPM. Not always accurate. It's not always accurate, but Tennessee at 91.3%. He's a 4-star linebacker, 225th nationally according to the On3 industry rankings. But look at On3. On3 very high on Christian Gass. He comes in 85th overall. That's just on the On3 side. So again, a top guy. You're always looking. If you can pull those guys inside the top 300. That's how you start to climb the rankings when it comes to recruiting. And, I talked about the other day in a video, Tennessee right now, I think, has 8 guys inside the top 300. They got a chance to move that up to 13, 14 guys over the course of the next 4 to 5 weeks. So I think we're going to see them start to move up the ladder. Is it top 5? I don't know, but top 7. I think you get a top 7 class. You take what Josh Heupel is able to do on the field, and let's roll with it. But let's go take a look at the article from On3, because this is a free article, not behind a paywall. We'll take a look at it. Keegan Pope, Tennessee trending for On3 top 100 prospect Christian Gass, says he's set to make his decision on Saturday as he chooses between Tennessee, Georgia, and USC. Each of the 3 programs got an official visit this summer, and all have some similarities between them, he told Chad Simmons earlier this month. He said the people are definitely a big factor going to each school. There's some I've been to a couple of times. The people I could tell are real genuine. On top of that, the coaches at each program are all coaches I feel like I could learn from. Those are all coaches that not only care about football, but care about me as a person. That's what's really big to me. In what has been considered an extremely tight race going down to the end, one team has now taken a commanding lead in the On3 recruiting prediction machine. Tennessee holds the lead after an expert pick from Chad Simmons on Friday, a little more than 24 hours away from the decision. So Chad Simmons logs the expert prediction. What about Steve Wiltfong? We know he likes to spoil commitments when we're down to the final hour. This is what Steve Wiltfong said a little bit earlier. Said the intel says this one is looking strong for Tennessee heading into the announcement. I'm joining Simmons on the pick. There are a lot of eyeballs on McIntyre and Sanders this cycle, but beating Georgia for Gass would be in the same realm of a recruiting win. He's a potentially electric defensive player. You're pulling from out of state and away from the powerhouse in the SEC. So again, Simmons locks in a prediction. Steve Wiltfong has put in a prediction, and he's pointing out, that's why I'm making such a big deal. Another win over Georgia. Getting Travis Smith was huge. Getting Christian Gass would also be big. Let's go get another one with Shady Hayward. Let's go grab Juan Gaston. Let's go grab David Sanders, and let's ride with a top 7 recruiting class and some big wins over the Bulldogs on the recruiting trail. Let's roll down, take a little bit more. It says academics and life after football are a big factor that all 3 have in common, but the Vols and the way they recruited him stands out to Gass. Here's the quote he told Chad Simmons. Says, my big thing was they have real, genuine love. Coach Eckler, he's definitely an energy guy. Big on energy, told me each and every day that I was a priority and I was important to him, not only as a player, but as a person. Says he really just sits there and watches everything I do, and that's big for me, going up there and watching film, knowing I can go through their schemes, and then I can really understand that. That's a big thing for me. Says Gass also feels like Tennessee can develop him both to be successful in college and hopefully beyond. The 6'2", 220-pounder is the number 225 overall prospect, number 25 linebacker in the 2025 class. So that's the article. That's the news. Again, Christian Gass predicted to the good guys. We're going to continue to keep you guys up to date because the dominoes are going to continue to fall. Travis Smith, check mark. Christian Gass, we're about to write down that check mark. Who's next? That would be 4-star safety Shady Hayward. And if you go back to July the 15th, I made a video on this. Tennessee also received an expert prediction from On3 to land 4-star safety Shady Hayward. Tennessee, Georgia battle once again. And then I love this from Sullen Surf. Yes, he's a take for both programs. Would be one of the best safety recruits for Tennessee in recent memory. Huge target. Shady Hayward scheduled to come off the board on July the 27th. Hope to have that covered for you here live on the Talkin VAWLS Network as well. Do me a favor, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. That link is right down below in the description. Also, we need your support, man. We need your help to keep this show rolling. Think about hitting that join button. It's right over there beside subscribe. You can do that for as little as $1 a month. Helps the channel, helps us bring you more content, allows me to do this full time. And like I said, it's you can give $1 a month. If you want to give a little bit more, we're about to start back up the fan call-in shows. We send that link out to Talkin VAWLS Elite and higher. So check that out. Give us some support. Don't forget Shady Hayward live on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then tomorrow, the commitment of Christian Gass will go live at 12:15 p.m. Eastern time as well. Hopefully we're celebrating. What do you guys think? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.